This web app is trying to talk to a server running on the same computer. Watch. Nothing. It just sits there. There's the reason. Chrome's asking permission. And here's what happens if you click block, or if you just close that little box and get on with your day. Dead. Chrome changed something, and it broke a lot of things quietly. I'm going to show you exactly what it broke, the setting that fixes it, which is not called what you think it's called, and the version for people who manage a lot of computers. All of it on a real machine. Let's go. Quick check first. Any of this sound familiar? A scan button on a website that used to talk to your scanner, and now does nothing. A media server you host at home, and the web player suddenly can't find it. A work app in the browser that can't reach the little helper program on your desktop. Something you're building that can't reach your own local server anymore. Same cause. All of it. And it isn't just my test page. This is a real shipping web app. Clean browser, first visit. Same prompt. Because it needs to reach a small program running on your machine. Okay, so what actually changed? Starting with Chrome 142, a website you're visiting on public internet is no longer allowed to quietly reach out to something on your own machine or your own home network. It has to ask you first. And honestly, the reason is good. A dodgy website used to be able to sit there in the background poking at your router, your printer, whatever's on your network. This shuts that down. The problem isn't the idea. The problem is how it lands. And let me kill one thing straight away, because I've seen it repeated everywhere. This does not stop you typing your router's address into the address bar and loading its page. That still works. Printer page, NAS login page, fine. What's blocked is a website reaching your device in the background, on your behalf. That's the whole scope. So, you go looking for the setting. And this is where everyone loses an hour. There isn't one permission here. There are two. And they say completely different things. When a site tries to reach something on your own machine, Chrome says, access other apps and services on this device. When it tries to reach a different device, your printer, your NAS, the box in the cupboard, Chrome says something else entirely. Access other devices on your local network. Same browser. Same website. Two different sentences. And look at the left one again. The words local network aren't in it. Anywhere. So you search your settings for local network access, you find nothing, and you decide the toggle doesn't exist. It exists. It's just called apps on device. One more thing, and this one catches people. Allowing one does not allow the other. They're separate permissions. Right. Let's fix it. Two ways, the one site way, and the everyone at once way. One site first. Step 1. Look just to the left of the web address. There's a little icon, two sliders, like a mixing desk. That's where the padlock used to live. Click it. Step 2. The panel opens, and there it is. Apps on device. Switched off. That's the thing you've been hunting for. It's been 2 clicks away the whole time. Step 3. Switch it on. Make sure it actually goes blue. If you click a fraction too early, the panel just closes on you and nothing's changed. I did that twice while filming. Step 4, and please don't skip this one. Chrome puts a little bar at the top. Reload this page to apply your updated settings. It means it. Nothing changes until you reload. Flip the switch, wander off, come back, and you'll swear the fix didn't work. Click reload. Now the other one. This is the exact same page, but pointed at a device sitting on my network instead of on this machine. Same block. And when I open that panel, look. The row isn't called apps on device anymore. It says local network. Different row, different permission, same 3 steps. Switch it on, reload. So if you fixed your local dev server and your NAS is still broken, that's why. You've only granted one of the two. And there it is. Both of them. Real server, Readle name, Readle version number, 200 OK. Same browser, same tab, same page as the one that was dead 90 seconds ago. Only the permission changed. OK, if you came here to fix something, that's it, you're done. Do me one favor though. Tell me in the comments whether it actually worked. And if it didn't, give me your Chrome version and what you saw instead. Versions in the menu, Help, About Chrome. That's usually enough for me to work out what's different on your machine. And tell me what you want fixed next. I genuinely pick topics out of those replies. The last one came from a comment. Right. Stick around, because there are a few things about this that'll bite you later. Here's the nasty part. Once you've said no, or once you've closed that box without answering, Chrome remembers. And it never asks again. Watch. Click. Instant failure. No prompt, no warning, nothing. That's the story I keep reading. It just stopped working one day and I never saw a message. You probably did see a message. Weeks ago. And you clicked it away because you had no idea what it was. If you write software, this next bit will save you an afternoon. Open the console, and Chrome tells you this is a CORS problem. It is not a CORS problem. Read the end of the line. Permission was denied for this request to access the loopback address space. That's the permission, not your headers. Meanwhile, your own code only ever sees failed to fetch, which tells you nothing at all. So, before you spend the afternoon adding headers to your local server, check the permission. And then, annoyingly, you do still need your CORS headers. These are two separate gates and you have to get through both. So if you've allowed the permission and it still won't connect, that's the next thing to check. If you look after a lot of machines, you don't want people clicking toggles. There's a policy. It's called Local Network Access Allowed for URLs. You put your app's address in it and Chrome just allows it. No prompt at all, on a machine that's never seen the site. On Windows it goes in the Chrome Policies key in the registry, it's on screen. Mac and Linux, it's the Managed Preferences file. Same name either way. Now this bit is worth your time, because there's some bad advice going around. I set 9 policy names at once on this machine, to see which ones Chrome 150 actually accepts. 7 come back OK. 2 come back error. And those 2 are exactly the names that get quoted in third-party admin write-ups. One's loopback network access allowed for URLs. The real one drops that second word, access. The other's default local network access setting, which simply isn't a thing. Copy either of those and you get an error row and no effect, and you'll be debugging a policy that was never readable. One deadline, and then I'll let you go. There's a policy that switches this whole restriction off. It's called the temporary opt-out, and the name is doing readable work there. Google is removing it in Chrome 152, which is due around the end of August. It still works today. I tested it. After that, it's gone, and if it's the only thing holding your setup together, your setup breaks. Move to the allow list before then. Microsoft has announced the same change for Edge. Last thing. 2 things this is not, because they both look identical from the outside. 1. It's not your firewall, and it's not your antivirus. If you go turning those off, you'll break something else, and this will still be broken. 2, and this one nearly fooled me. I found a site that's broken in exactly the same way. Web app, can't find your device. Perfect example, I thought. Then I opened the console. It doesn't say permission denied at all. It says mixed content. Completely different rule, blocked earlier, and you never get a prompt. Nothing in this video will fix it. So, no prompt, and the console says mixed content? Different problem. Don't waste your afternoon on this one. Quick answers. Can I just turn the whole thing off? There's a flag, and there was a policy, and both are going away, so no, not for long. Allow the sites you trust instead. Does allowing it let a site see my whole network? No. It's per site, and you can pull it back anytime. Same panel, reset permission. Do I have to do this on every computer? Yes, unless you use the policy. It's stored per browser profile. Is Edge the same? Microsoft has announced the same change. I haven't tested Edge, so I won't pretend I have. So, the whole thing in one breath. 2 permissions, not 1. Your own machine is apps on device. Anything else on your network is local network. Slider icon, left of the address. Switch it on. Reload. And if you manage machines, local network access allowed for URLs, and get off the temporary opt-out before Chrome 152. That's it. If this saved you an afternoon, subscribing genuinely helps me keep making them. I reproduce every one of these on a real machine before I say a word about it, and that's the bit that takes the time. Tell me what's broken on yours. Thanks for watching.